Hello everyone, this is Captainrobur for CGC, and in today's video we're gonna do a play and explain video where I'm gonna play two tables of Russian Cash 200 and I will try to explain you my thought process behind every single action. So on the screen you can see here the RNG. So for me high numbers is aggression and then low numbers is passive action. We have to keep in mind here on GG, not specifically 200 GG, but overall on GG, that the rake is very high, so we have to adjust our preflop ranges accordingly, which means we have to play a bit more tight for sure, because many break-even calls or opens are gonna be minus EV here. Actually, opens are not gonna be minus EV, because there is no rake if everybody folds and we scoop the pot. So it's mainly comes to defending the RFI, the 3-bet. So this one here normally is a defend, but that's super break-even defend. I think here that's a minus EV defend. Very important to be able to adjust your preflop ranges on specific rake structure. Ace-3 suited here, we're gonna open from under the gun. We see a flop of Jack 8 deuce flush draw. This is a board where we have to mix up things. Our combo is a decent candidate to bet. We don't have much showdown value. We have two backdoor equities. So we will start with a barrel. Turn is not great for our hand, but decent for our range, which it's kind of a brick. But here spades are the worst possible combo we can pick when it comes to barreling, because we block some of his floats, and river is a jack. Here we have to defend pocket nines against the 3-bet, and here we fold. We hit here a set. I expect villain to range bet. This is a combo where, because of how dry the board is, we're gonna just call a lot of times and not raise it always. So I'm gonna roll here and see. Surprisingly, it goes the action check, which is weird. Yeah, here we need protection, one block everything. We will start betting here. And he folds. Yeah, weird. So here we have a gut shot, we have a club. This is a spot for overbet. And yeah, we scoop the pot also. I'm really surprised because I thought I had him reg tag before, that he did check back on that flop and then folded. Really weird. Let's continue. So we get many playable hands. Yeah, this guy's recreational, cold calling from the small blind. Here, important to also label everyone when you play. Here, I'm gonna 3-bet. This guy probably opens wider because of the fish on the big blind. So we will start with a 3-bet here. And of course here we have to fold pocket sixes. That's a very bad board for our range here, cutoff against button. We have to check back a lot on this type of board. Possibly we should check back our entire range here. Yeah, I will start with the check back, ace queen. Of course, king is a decent card. Now, yeah, I will try to bet here, even though this queen of spades is not great because we don't block. He doesn't have king queen offsuit, and we do not block the king queen suited here with a spade. But we have the ace. We got the gut shot. We roll high, so we're gonna bet here 5-3. That's close, and he decides to go for a raise here. Okay, here we have to fold, and I'm gonna fold also here. Yeah, we're also blocking some of his bluffs like ace queen or ace jack of clubs here. Sometimes we could even check back, of course, our combo, but mainly we're gonna bet. So I expected a lot from villain to follow this line of like check check, and then he traps on the king because he knows I'm gonna delay c-bet a lot. I'm not gonna do anything fancy here with ace-8 offsuit. I'm just gonna check against the recreational player, and hopefully we scoop it at showdown, even though it's pretty unlikely, but still we got way worse hands to bluff, especially in these positions. Got pocket sixes, okay. Jack 10 offsuit here, that's a close open, I'm gonna fold this time. So king 7 suited, we start with RFI here, and we have to fold against the 3-bet. Open 10-9 offsuit. Pocket 5s is really close, but here because this guy is recreational and this guy, we have to open tighter if something. So I'm gonna pass here. Because we're gonna cold call a lot and we will face a lot of squeeze, then we will play a lot out of position, either in a multi-way pot or a heads-up pot. Here of course we're gonna 3-bet pocket kings, and if we face a 4-bet we will go for a 5-bet jam. Folding a6 offsuit here. This guy's recreational, so even if we don't, if he folds, we still got to tag him. It will be helpful for the future. Obviously we open queen jack suited here. So here we could mix cold call as well as 3-bet. So let's start with 3-bet pocket sixes. That's the bottom of my 3-betting range regarding pocket pairs here. I wouldn't go lower than pocket sixes. We face a 3-bet here from this guy. This here, under the gun against small blind, is gonna mix 4 bets in order to get it in against a 5-bet jam, as well some calls. Here we roll pretty low, so I will start with call this time. Also have a note that this guy is tight overall, which makes the call to make even more sense. Pretty good flop for our hand, not for our range. His range betting here, I'm pretty sure. Let's start with the call. That's not a good card. His range contains a lot of queens and ace queen suited or even offsuit. Jacks, of course, or ace jack, he could even get. Yeah, I don't like this situation at all. I got a note here. Here I'm gonna make a super X-flop fold. I'm gonna fold it. It sounds kinda crazy having top pair and gutshot, but I got a note here against this guy. So especially with this size up that he's doing here, I'm gonna fold. It's pretty important to take a look on your notes and try to be as accurate as possible. Okay, here we got a splash pot, $20. And we got a good hand as well. Let's see. So here we have to size up. For sure, we cannot open our standard sizing. Yeah, something like this. This guy opens 4x from under the gun, and also he's tight. Okay, we got the splash pot. He's c-betting with a small sizing here. It's really weird that, and here we have to obviously squeeze. This hand could mix also raises. Here I'm just gonna play more careful, just because of his preflop sizing, which, you know, it's weird. Also tight range, so we're gonna play pretty careful here. And on the river I'm gonna block bet with our combo. That's really weird, the line that he got. So he's opening 4x and then raising like this pretty fast also. Yeah, I'm not gonna call here. That's super value heavy, especially with a guy with this type of stats. I'm gonna fold here. Yeah, told you. He got sevens here, queen 9 suited. We're gonna fold. Ace 10 offsuit. Let's open. It's important to not get sticky and be able to fold also whenever the situation is like something like this, where it's super under bluff spot. Here with recreational we will start with a c-bet, small sizing, defending pocket fours. When we play multi-way in general, we want to check a ton and bet small sizing, but here we can kind of play our hand whenever we play with recreationals. Against the small sizing, it's not even 1/3, that's a quarter. We have to defend all of our pairs here. And now we're gonna fold. Let's open Jack 10 offsuit and open King Jack suited here. This is a board where we're gonna bet our entire range for a small sizing, and here we have to defend against a 3-bet. Now we have to continue polar, going for a big overbet. Actually here this is a case where we have to bet 2 pots, not just small overbet, because the turn is brick. We got huge overbet advantage. This guy just goes half pot in the worst possible board for his range. Even though we got backdoor equities, we're gonna fold. And here this hand makes a lot of sense as a hand where we can protect our checkback range. And now we're gonna raise small, something around 3x is good here. Going for just the call is pretty meaty, and we will lose a lot of EV in theory if we just call here. We also got not straight blocker. This is a board that we have to check everything. Very bad board against a call from the cutoff, the button, sorry. Goes check, and now we could mix bet and check. We don't have a great kicker, or like, remember we got our entire range at this point because we range check. So here we have to protect also our range sometimes by checking. River is an ace, which sucks, connects a ton with his range. We have to check again. That's the worst possible river. Here that's close with probably 2 recreationals. I'm gonna open. This spot sucks here because I know he got a ton of ace-x that he did check back, but still we are pretty high up in our range as played. We have to call and pay him. Yeah, we did block also his queen. It's an unfortunate scenario, but yeah, we have to call. pocket kings from the small blind here. Open ace and offsuit from the small blind. The 9 suited is not a 3-bet here against under the gun. And here the same thing applies. Whenever you semi open, you have to not 3-bet that wide and then call way more as you're getting a better price. This is not a cold 4-bet hand. Here I would go jacks as bottom, as a default I mean. Here, yeah, this guy plays 27 and 9 in 11 hands. Still I'm gonna 3-bet because he's recreational. Here we have to also 3-bet. I don't size up here, I go small because of his stack depth. We have to size up whenever we go like this. And now I'm gonna go for a small sizing, targeting his ace queen, ace jack or whatsoever. Here, this is a spot where, okay, here 3-bet. It makes sense in this stack depth to check back. I don't expect him to ever fold a recreational pocket pair here. I want to realize my equity. I also don't have a nutty draw where I can go like bet. I hate bet and facing a shove, so I'm just gonna check back. Defending our king 8 offsuit. And the turn pairs the board. We're gonna check once again here and call against his delay thing. Block bet seems good here. We don't chop also with other 8x. Here with high rake, yeah, I'm not gonna play 10-7 suited. Even though it was tempting. Six four suited here, we're gonna defend. This one's a fold. Let's open here. This is a fold against a 3-bet. Jack 8 suited would be the bottom of our calling range. So this is a board where we have to mix up things. King low low with a flush draw, two super connected cards. We roll low, so I'm gonna start with a check here. Goes check check. And here on the turn, we're gonna delay this turn, and it's a good spot here actually to go for big sizing for 2x spot. As the board is open and we still got a lot of traps in our range. Here we will start with check, folding jack 10 offsuit. That's a fold. Against 1/3 would get close. With a backdoor straight draw we have to defend and the ace, but here against half pot having an offsuit hand like this, blocking a lot of his bluffs, it's gonna be out just a fold. Here normally that's just a fold, but his sizing is super small here. he should go for sure bigger. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm still gonna fold here. But this was really close. Again, I'm just folding because of the high rake here. In any other like normal 200 NL rake structure, I would have called this hand. Or even mix some frequency of 4 bets, but yeah, it would be kind of out of line here. So here it's pretty important to see if we play against the recreational or not. Yeah, against the small blind we cannot range bet everything because his range is way tighter and connects a lot. Everything connects a lot with his range, and we open from the cutoff. Our range is gonna be pretty wide here. So we face this delay 3/4. I'm just gonna call here. It's reasonable actually to raise also. I'm blocking the queen X. He could still have those set. He could have queen jack in his range. Okay, let's raise here. There are many rivers that we don't want to see with jack 7 and blocking queen X, and it got to do, like if I play with somehow a regular, I'm not gonna do that, but here this is a frequency 4 bet, we're all high so we'll 4 bet. But yeah, in this situation we play against an unknown guy, so I'm just gonna go with it. That's a board where he should have some checks. It's not a great board for his range. People in general oversee betting boards. That's a typical thing BVB. That's why you have to attack a lot with raises. But here this was too much to raise because we don't accomplish much with raising this combo. And here we're blocking his bluffs with the 7 of diamonds. We're just gonna pass. Ace-9 offsuit is gonna be an open here. My bottom would be Ace-8 offsuit. Even some frequency of Ace-5 offsuit in theory could be a candidate for an open here. King-6 offsuit with this rake structure, I'm not gonna call, I'm just gonna play frequency of 3 bet and then fold. Yeah, I'm just gonna 3 bet this time. Open Ace-10 suited here. Face a 3 bet from, I don't know. I have this guy tagged as a recreational. Some tags I got are pretty old. I wouldn't fold here for sure, but here with this cold 4 bet I'm gonna fold. That's close, still I'm gonna fold here. That's a fold. Ace-4 suited, we scoop the pot here. This one is really close. Ace-10 offsuit, let's open. I'm just gonna fold here. King-9. I think everyone is a regular, so I'm just gonna play a bit more tight in this situation. This is a board where we have to mix up things. We cannot range, but this board connects a lot with his range. So we roll low also, not a great, okay, it's a fine actual candidate because the ace of clubs, but yeah, when we roll that low, we have to just fold. And here I'm gonna 3-bet this hand. He's supposed to overbet here as a sizing. Nothing else makes sense here, just overbet. If he checks, we're gonna go for the delay c-bet, having a gut shot and nut blocker here. Yeah, his sizing makes no sense here. With our combo, we could mix raises as well as calls. We roll 100, so I'm just gonna raise here. Yeah, we could rep some stuff. Okay, this one I'm just gonna fold. So we should not go very big here. Something like this. We could even rep some king x, but we need protection now. And on this river, we're gonna just fold. Yeah, we could rep here on the turn some king queen, even queen, some king x like king 9, some king 10 that we check back on the flop. And he got 2 pair queen 8. All right. I'm just trying to think. That's why it took so much time. Yeah, this guy's not a face. His sizing seems fine. I was just trying to figure out if I want to size up to a bigger sizing or not. I just figured out we could raise some of our king x in a double flush draw board for protection. I'm gonna start with a small sizing c-bet here. The pool overall is overcalling with pocket pairs, which makes the range bet way better. Here, even though RNG says 3, I'm gonna barrel always. I got Queen of Hearts and King of Diamonds, which is perfect combination. Also, got so to barrel blocking in this position, so Ace Queen, Ace King is very important. Even though actually Ace Queen would not block, still I'm gonna bet this combo and start with the small sizing here. Yeah, on the one hand, Queen is good because we're gonna have on Heart River, the Queen of Hearts, I mean, on Heart Rivers, we're gonna have flush blocker. Here, let's check back. But on the other hand, it sucks because we don't block Ace Queen suited, and he's not supposed to have Ace Queen off, even though some people will. And here we just hope he got some lower pair or king high. Yeah. Here we hit the gut shot. It's a very weak draw. We got way better draws. We roll also low here. I'm just gonna check. If I wanted to bet, I should start with the overbet here. Here, let's open. Three bet ace 10. From the cutoff, I'm just gonna play 3-bet or fold here. I'm not gonna include any cold call. And I'm gonna fold against the 4-bet in these positions. I'm gonna start here with a small sizing. Here I'm just gonna call. This hand mixes also 4 bets, decent amount. Here we will check back with ace 10 and check fold here. It sucks, everything got here. His 6-7 is now a straight. Problem is I don't know the guy. Yeah, that's just a fold. Here it sucks. If he bets 3/4, I'm folding. I'm just gonna call because I don't have any infos on this guy, but I'm pretty sure he got ace jack or ace queen here. Ace 6, that's why I called. He's not a regular. So yeah, this is one of those situations that you give the benefit of the doubt that you don't know the player, because that's a spot he's not supposed to show up with ace 6 suited or any weaker ace 6. Yeah, but good price plus unknown, so we will station him against a needy guy here. Yeah, this guy never plays a hand. I'm just gonna fold. Queen jack suited against under the gun raise is like bottom of the calling range, so here we have to adjust and start overfolding. We face a pretty big sizing here for some reason. Yeah, I'm not gonna have any calls here. I'm just gonna play 4-bet or fold, and this guy here is on the tighter side with his stats. It seems kinda crazy, but I'm just gonna fold with pocket tens here. Even if you look at pre-flop ranges, pocket tens here gets small frequency of fold, especially against this sizing. Tens will play either 4-bet or fold, combined with the fact he's tight. We're just gonna fold here our tens. Here that's a terrible board. I'm just gonna check everything. On the turn comes the king here. And we're gonna check again. That's a defend. And hopefully we win against some ace-6 or weaker deuce-6 here. Or queen 10. That's why I folded before against this guy, my ace-king, if you remember. Folding here. Against the button, that's a defend here. That's close. Yeah. I'm just gonna fold here. With ace of diamond. Ace of diamonds is not a good combo. We don't want to have diamond here when we continue, because we want to have some flush blocker in a run out with like hearts or clubs. But here when we got the diamond, we cannot have even if the run out is diamond, the flush is not on the board, so we will not have a flush blocker in order to increase the EV of our bluff. Here we could make some calls also, but against the recreational I'm just gonna 3-bet. I think this guy's recreational, not full stack China. I'm gonna start with a small sizing here on Jack 10 deuce flush draw, and we will call against the raise. Turn is a 10, which especially recreational could have decent amount of 10x in his range. Here we have to defend, and he starts with a donk. Nothing else but call here. Here as well. It's gonna be fun if he checks here. But we block the bluffs here. Even if he checks, we don't have heart, we block his king-queen bluffs. It's not a good candidate for a bluff, even though we never win. Call once more, and we bring a 7 on the river here. I'm just thinking about doing something like a donk here, but this guy got 100 VPIP. Actually, it's 2 hands only. We could consider donking. Yeah. I just thought he's still gonna barrel hands like this when he's a recreational. But donking makes a lot of sense, especially if we got more hands as a sample. Let's check back here, ace jack, no reason to bet, to stab, sorry, as we got showdown value. And now the ace hits the board. I'm gonna delay c-bet here and go with a big sizing, as here we go pretty polar towards a decent ace plus. We're gonna isolate here. This is a very bad board, but this guy, he could be super wide here. Still, that's a terrible board, being out of position. I'm just gonna start with a check, and here I'm gonna open. On the turn, kings come. The king comes on the turn. I'm just gonna bet small to put him pressure, some pressure to his gut shots here. Plus, we got, you know, the nut flush, nut flush draw. Sorry. We need also some protection from this type of rivers. Against recreationals, you shouldn't think about how should I play my range, but just think about the individual hand that you hold. Try to maximize the EV of the individual hand and not the overall EV of your range, of your strategy. Here we're gonna 3-bet. Again, against the same guy, tens. This guy we take it, this time we take it. And that's a mixed strategy board. We have to size up, especially against the tight guy. So we roll against, okay. Yeah, if he check raises, we're gonna call here one time and even a second time, regardless of the turn. Here that's a candidate for, if we roll pretty high, around 1 out of 3 times, I'm gonna 3-bet this combo. Against the 3x RFI, I mean. So if he min opens, it's gonna be 1 out of 5 times or something. And yeah, just fold here. He goes for the size up. If someone called 4-bets, we fold. Yeah, we fold here. Otherwise, this hand will mix call and 4-bets. Frequency open. We roll high, so we're gonna open here. Mixed strategy board. And yeah, let's 3-bet here. I'm gonna start with a check. Ace comes on the turn. Let's fold here. People really under check raise here, this spot. So it makes a lot of sense, even though solvers a lot of time will suggest some mixed strategy in boards that you will not even see people mixing up. We will continue, of course, the bet. We got set here. Splash pot of 10. If this guy, yeah, we have to go for unfortunate scenario here that he folds. And blocking queen x, that was one of those spots that you expect to stack off someone. Of course, we fold here. Otherwise, I would call because of the price I'm getting here, even with Jack 7. We just got the odds to call because of the dead money. Against plus pot, what is going on here? Just call here, nothing else. Yeah, for the suited is not a great hand. Let's fold. And here, yeah, I rolled 46. I'm just gonna call. It's a candidate where we could mix up some raises also, for sure. And fold. We didn't have big hands on this session, but a lot of small hands. Mainly we talked a lot about how to adjust preflop ranges based on different opponents, based on the rake structure, which is more important if you want to learn something compared to just play big pots for entertainment. Okay, I'm just gonna click here, sit out next big blind in order to finish the hands for this session. Okay, here we're done. Let's fold here, fold. Okay, that's it guys. So thank you a lot for watching this video and stay tuned because I'm gonna make also some different formats, probably not only play and explain. Even when it comes to play and explain, I will try to play different stakes, different poker rooms to see how we have to adjust accordingly against different rake structures. And I mean against because rake is your opponent as well. So I hope you enjoyed and learned something from this video. This was Captainrobur for CGC. Good luck at the tables.